There we go. Okay. Now can you guys hear me? And let me put a message in the chat. There. Okay. Yeah, now they're flooding in. I'm still new to some of this stuff. We pretty much rebuilt the whole business from the ground up in a few months. So this whole new platform that we've been building for the past 2 years, alongside of it, we've updated our CRM, updated our marketing campaign, brand new website, brand new product videos, like doubled our team size. It's just absolutely nuts over here. And today is the big day. So thank you so much for joining me. Okay, if you do have your hand raised, I see Austin has it raised. Okay, it's down. Cool. Thanks for helping me out, everyone. And good to have you. Party time. Okay, so here's how things are going to work. I'm going to start out by giving you a look of Closebot and some of our brand new resources, like our 53 help docs, our brand new office hours times. And for those of you who haven't seen V2, I'll give you a look at exactly how it works and why we made some of the decisions we made to make it better for all of you businesses and agencies that really just want to build expert level things really quickly. Okay, let's do it. And then we're just going to build a little bit too. Okay, I'm going to share my whole desktop just because I will want to show two of my windows, one of them being Closebot. So this is the brand new look of Closebot. Let me know in the chat, let me know in the chat if you can see my screen. We got a yes. Sweet. So when you make your account or when you migrate in, you see this dashboard. First of all, let's backpedal and address what I just said. So you can migrate here, or now you can sign up here. Let's say you have things running really smoothly in V1 and you're really nervous to migrate over. Something you can do is just go to closebot.com and sign up for a brand new account. And just buy a new account. That's something you can do. That way you can use V1 and you can use V2 separately as two separate accounts. If you don't want to do that and you want to just migrate over, follow our migration video. We now have a slew of help docs at docs.closebot.com. And we have one on what the migration process is. We've made it as quick and easy as possible to migrate. All you have to do is click the little migration button that'll show up in the sidebar. It'll bring you to this page where you can choose to get assistance or migrate yourself. And when you migrate, it moves everything over from V1. And nothing stops in V1 until you go and publish all of those agents in V2. It's all here in the video. We have some things to keep in mind here. So if you're curious about that, go here. Now, for those of you who maybe came over from ZappyChat and you're part of the Closebot family now, we don't have a migration for you because things are built totally different in ZappyChat and in Closebot V2. But what we do have is a way to link your paid account. You probably noticed that accounts have now switched over to be billed from Closebot. That bill from Closebot gets you access to both your ZappyChat account that you currently have and Closebot. So you'll see in your sidebar a link to Closebot button. And when you click that, it'll route you to your Closebot screen where you can sign up for a Closebot account. And when you land in there, you'll see that we are already linked to your paid account and you can get rolling using ZappyChat and using Closebot. Okay. All that said, let's have some fun. Okay, in here we have our dashboard where we'll see our revenue we're making and all the usage, but we're really here to see the agents. That's really where the magic is. This is a brand new account I set up because I wanted to show everyone what it looks like when you start fresh. And we give you a persona we make for you and a starter flow. The cool thing about this is if you sign up for a brand new account, you could just start chatting right away with your agent. Everything's connected. and working. You don't even have to put in card information. You could just start chatting. Everyone starts on a free plan, which gives you 100 free messages. Now, most of you guys probably have an existing account. So when you come in here, it's already connected to all your stuff. You can start going right away. Let's check out this persona. Now, some of you guys maybe haven't looked at our docs or any of the noise we've been trying to make about this, and you're just now like, okay, V2 is ready. And now I know finally Bryce isn't lying. The day is coming and it's here. So now you're just diving in. We have two parts to an agent. We have personas and job flows. You connect the two to make an agent. The persona is comprised of all of the settings that shape how your agent sounds. Our persona name, the how to respond section that you guys are familiar with is here. We even have a default for you. So if you delete some stuff, you can reset to the default. We have the tone and some advanced settings like the typos and breaking up bigger messages. Something I'm super excited about, of course, is the fact that we now support 5 different AI providers: Gemini, Anthropic, OpenAI, DeepSeek, Grok. You can put your keys in for all of these and use them yourself for your own agents or set them up for clients and rebill usage to your clients. You don't have to have them go set up their own key. You set up your key and you rebill through here through your Stripe. Crazy stuff. We can then order however we want. So if I want DeepSeek to be my primary and fall back to Gemini, if it has downtime, I'm free to do that. I wrote a blog pitting all of these against each other with the exact same prompting. So if you haven't checked that out, go find it in our blogs. A lot of people are curious how these sound in competition with each other, but we'll do some testing with Gemini today. Okay. Now, the most exciting part is this builder. Things that were really complex in V1, things that are really complex with other systems have become really easy with this V2 where we have our drag and drop flow builder. First of all, you'll notice in this sidebar, we have a bunch of things. Before in V1, we just had objectives. Now it's turned into a bunch of different options you have. You can still use, what you're familiar with, objectives and statements. But we have a bunch of other things for you. For example, this branch that allows you to branch in different ways. And you guys know how much I love documentation. So if you click on any of these, we have an explanation on what it does, but also a link to an article written by me, not AI, that clearly and concisely explains how each of these work. So go check that out. All right, so let's just go play with this. First of all, let's go through these. We can save changes here. Now that just saves what you see on the screen, but doesn't update what's out there in the universe working for you until you publish. Once you publish, that's when those changes take effect on your live agent. And I'll test. First of all, I guess let's take a look at what this is going to do. I have this set up to get name, get email, and then just have a chat back and forth. Let's just rebuild it from scratch so you can see how easy this is. We want an objective to get someone's first name and get their email. And then just chat back and forth. Boom. So easy. Again, I'll publish this and let's test it. So here I can see all my different testing sessions. I can start a new session and we just want to see how it sounds. Again, remember, this is with Gemini. Gemini by default is very concise and clear. Something I really like about Gemini. But we've also told it to be concise. So this is a very concise message. What's your name and email? With V2, notice it asked name and email in one message. We can now put a bunch of objectives into one bucket, and the AI will decide how to get those done. So if I say Bryce and test@gmail.com, we can see what it's working on over here live. For those of you who maybe have questions about why an agent says what it says, we give you multiple ways to try to dig into things. You can click the response reasoning, and we tell you, this is a good example, we tell you what objectives or what actions it was working on, and we give a little summary as to why it said what it said. Or you can view the full log on that message, where those of you who were in V1, this will look familiar. You can dig in and see exactly why things are happening. You can also click over here to see for each action that it's working on at the time, the prompting that we put together for you to make it say what it said. Okay, so there we have personas and job flows. They together make an agent. We have sources. That's another one of our pillars. And most of you guys on this call, you probably are from high level, probably have a high level agency. So you click to add a source. We have high level here. We also have lead connector. For those of you who understand how to like white labeling of high level, these are really just the same thing. We have both in here so that if someone found CloseBot in the App Store, but they're using someone's white label of high level, maybe they don't know it's high level, they could come here and get their own CloseBot account, even if that agency they're using doesn't have CloseBot, hasn't set it up for them. So I'll pick high level and click to connect. If you're not logged in, you'll have to click to log in and then just go back to this screen, go back and connect again. We get this screen that shows up. I can connect to an account. And that's it. We're connected. No workflows, just that. It's so easy. In fact, I have a video in our help docs. If you search 48-second in our help docs, I have a 48-second video showing start to finish, including the time it takes to register, which is like 20 seconds of those 48 seconds. 48 seconds from start to finish, getting an agent to respond to your high-level account. So super, super easy. Okay, so I'm connected to this. Next, I'll want to put that source, connect that source to this agent I have. I want to edit our settings and connect there. Now, because this doesn't use any workflows, we need a way to tell it, hey, I only want you to respond to texts, maybe only to contacts with this certain tag on there. Easily filter by channel here, like Facebook and email. And this account doesn't have any tags on it. Maybe I could go create some tags, but you can filter by tags here. And I have a help doc showing you'll have a check mark and an X. So if you had a tag called not qualified and you only wanted it to respond to contacts with the tag not qualified, you could click the check mark and it would add it here. So it would only respond if they don't have the tag AI off. And if they do have the tag AI or not qualified. We give you all the power to do that here. Let's leave it just on the Facebook channel so I can show you how easy it is to troubleshoot some of these things. Save changes. And let's go over to this chat widget, which is connected to that account. And here we see I'm not getting a response. Well, look, I have it only set up to respond on Facebook, so it makes sense that it wouldn't respond. But let me show you something cool. I can come into conversations. And any conversation that pops up that it doesn't respond to, it'll tell me why it didn't respond. Here, let me go to our agents. Hold on. I bet I have the wrong sub account open. 123 Main Street. Is that what I connected to? 123 Main Street. There we go. Okay, so we didn't get a response. And before we had this whole article that explained, how to troubleshoot this stuff. In this one, we do as much work for you as possible. So we let you know this contact has tags and filters that do not line up with an agent. Check the tag filters and try again. So that tells us, we need to go in and check our filters. If I go over here, edit it, let's make it work on live chat, or just all channels would work too. There we go. Hi there. What's your name and email? And again, I can come in conversations and we can see that here. So cool. Okay, another area I want to go into is the knowledge library. We have, text files like before. What's different about this is you can edit these things. So after you create a text file and attach it to one of your sources, it can be edited, which is amazing. We have web scraping, different than V1. This allows you to scrape a whole website. So you can do highly detailed, medium detail, lightweight. So if you want to go deep nitty gritty, have it scrape into all your blogs and all the links within those blogs, you can do that. And this also keeps running on a daily basis. So we are constantly checking for updates on your website to see if anything new needs to be brought in and updated in your agent's knowledge. You can invite users, finally. We have two different types of users you can invite. You can invite a team member that's able to make agents, edit existing agents, like if you have assistants on your team or implementers that are actually doing the builds for you, or clients. A client is going to have a little bit different portal than you do. A client can edit variables that you set up for them, but they cannot go and use the drag and drop builder. So they can go and upload information, edit variables you set up for them, set up their business availability, all that kind of stuff, but you have the power over the agents you're making. AI providers is where we can go and connect to any of these AI providers. So we have, any of our 5 that I was showing you. And yeah, let me go into settings. Most of you guys are agencies, so let's show you how rebilling is going to work. Now, as a lot of you guys know, we acquired the Zappy Chat family this past week. And because of that, we chose to put a lot of focus into making sure we were able to get them in on this party with us on time. So we have delayed the rebilling until next week. So rebilling will be done next week, and that's when you can come in. You'll be able to set up your Stripe account and rebill any of these things however you want. Okay, now let's get in party mode a little bit. We have some stuff to give away. I'm not going to name everything, but we do have some AirPods Max to give out. So one person's going to win AirPods Max. We're going to give it out at the end of this call. So if you're here for that, just know we got a little bit more time. I'm going to show you the office space. I'll be here to answer your questions and really kick this off the way it was meant to be. Okay, first of all, Jesse, are there any questions in there that people had? You said Q&A widget. Yeah, go ahead and read some off for me.
I was an early adopter and bought when will the Zappy chat button appear? We're not seeing it yet to transition.
So they're in Zappy chat. Max, do you know when that is? Maybe shoot Jared a message for me. Oh, okay. Maybe Jared can answer that. I thought that was going to be done this morning. So if it's not, at least today, probably. They may have found some stuff with it. Yeah. Yeah, if you white label, people can't make their own agents, and we've done that on purpose. I've written a few different articles about why that decision was made, but ultimately it boils down to we want you to be able to build a highly revenue generating business for done for you services. So you're building these agents for businesses. You are the mastermind. You hold the intellectual property. It's all in your system protected, and you don't have to worry about someone coming in and undercutting you because what you have is unique, it's special, and can't be copied.
Next question. This comes from Craig. What is best practice for knowledge base? Any type of format that you have found works best?
Yeah, good question. I really like if it's a bunch of items like product descriptions and prices, that's always going to be best in a CSV. Making sure you have clear headers and the items in the CSV or Excel or text input. So if it is a bunch of text information, it's going to be better if you copy it out of a website rather than scraping a website, just because there tends to be a lot of garbage in a website that you don't necessarily want scraped. We do our best to automatically take out the good stuff, but it leaves less up for chance if you use the text input.
From Mark, what is the best way to set up API keys for accounting, knowing how much each client has used? One key per provider or separate keys for different clients?
Really good question. I would start by just having one key per provider. And then when you rebill, if you want to rebill all of the token usage, we automatically track all the costs that you are incurring and you're paying to the different providers. And setting this to one would allow you to rebill on a one-to-one basis to your clients. So you don't have to worry about getting API keys from each client, or even worse, having a system where you're trying to put in your key and then manually, like you do right now, trying to rebill outside a Closebot. This would just allow it to happen automatically.
It sounds like we can connect all accounts through and new ones automatically without having the user log in. Is that right? Do users log in or is it a custom menu link?
So if you set up a client user, they would come here and log in. What's going to happen is it'll send them an invite. They'll have a login that's special to them where they can log in. They see their client portal under you, and they can just see sources that they are connected to. So stuff just from their business. Now, before the end of this month, when we start rolling out some of the white label features with this, the menu link will come available too. That'll allow you to put CloseBot in as your go high level sub account menu link. And when they click that, it's going to open their CloseBot dashboard without the need to log in anywhere. It's just going to know that they're authenticated and just open it up.
From Carden, in V2, do we have to prompt A2P keyword filters for SMS deliverability? Like, don't say phrases like "I jumped the gun."
Yep. All that kind of stuff would go in the how to respond, just like you have to do in V1.
From Mark, will rebilling be granular per client or only global?
Initially global, you'll set up your global. Later on, we will have your global settings, but then if you want to override it on a per client basis, you'll be able to do that too.
If you have your client on GHL, their card is there. How would you recommend rebilling the credits used in CloseBot? They are not on white label.
So if you invite them, they have to come in and put in their billing information here too. If you don't want to give them access, you would need to take down their card information over the phone and input it for them so you can rebill.
From Jackson, is the best way to set up persona in version 2 to have one persona per niche? As we had 60 plus personas and they've been migrated and they all have the same name.
I can see maybe having a handful of personas, and I mean, I would probably just use the same persona for everything, honestly. That way it's easy. You have one place to make changes and all of your agents reflect those changes.
From Aaron, can we limit the amount of LLM queries per individual chat?
I don't know. Oh, so limiting the number of messages
Yeah, they're trying to
back
avoid
and
the
forth.
runway expenses in terms.
Um, no, put in a feature request though for that. Yeah, we have this feature request area and we've made it really easy to submit feature requests. You don't have to sign in anywhere else. You just click it. It opens up our feature requests section. You can search to see feature requests that are already out there or put in your own and see our roadmap to see what we're working on.
Will version 2 come with templates?
Yeah, we have a few different ways that you can create stuff. If you're dropped into a new platform, it can be really daunting knowing how to get started. So if I click to create a new job flow, I can name it test, add it to a group, or add a new group if I want to keep things organized in folders. Select the type of agent this is going to be, and then you can create from scratch, from a template, or from an AI prompt. This is something that's probably this week they'll come out with again, where you can type in exactly how you want it to work, and AI will build the flow for you. You can then go in and edit things, but that'll give you a really good start. If you select one of our templates, we have a few different templates you can select from here.
Can we control which bots and flows we grant access to team member users? From Eric.
No, right now, if you have a team member, they get access to all of the flows. Again, more permissions are coming to team members. So that's something we're excited about to look out for.
If we have a client that is our white label version, will they have access to update their own knowledge base?
Yeah, this is the exciting thing. When you give them access, not only can you rebuild that seat and the usage, but also the uploads. So as they go and upload more information into their knowledge library, they're paying you more money.
How would I handle a client that has a CSV of zip codes that needs to be searched and bring back for an answer? Currently, I have an electrician that bills dispatch fees based on zip codes.
That's a pretty technical question of it depends on a lot of things. Why don't you post that in the Facebook group? I think that'd be the best place for that, and people can jive back and forth on that.
Waxana, where can I find the tutorial for version 2?
Best place, go to closebot.com. Check out our resources. Blog. There are a lot of things in our blog showing use cases, how to get started, things we're working on. You may want to watch a demo. We have a brand new live demo you can go schedule. So even if you have an account and you just want someone to walk you through it again, go ahead and do this. Watch this video here that gives you a little rundown, or go down here in the footer. We have our office hours, about 10 hours a week now of office hours across all these team members that you can go on. Our YouTube has new videos all the time as well. Some of them having how to get started videos. I want to say too, we have, if you go to docs.closebot.com, our quick start, the overall walkthrough is a really good 4-minute video to give you the walkthrough on how everything works.
Charles wants Jared to know that he is the best.
That sounds like Charles.
When will personas support variable names?
I think they do right now. You can't search, but and Jared can, is Jared in here? I think it
Yes,
does
Jared
support.
can actually unmute.
It supports variables in here. Something I was thinking about, Jared, it might be nice if at the source level they could put in their own name if they wanted to overwrite the name. Feature requests, though.
How can we integrate with external AI voice solutions? Is there a standard process for this? Will that be left to external CRMs like GHL?
Right now, we leave that to other systems like GHL. Voice is something that we are going to start working on this year, but no concrete timelines on that, and it won't be released until it's something that we're absolutely proud of. We're proud of our quality.
So something that'd be good to clarify, I've seen this a couple times. Does version 2 integrate with GHL?
100%
Is it safe to move V1 now?
to V2.
From V1 to V2.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, you just saw how we connected to GHL right here, and this was the GHL chat widget. Yes, we don't have workflows. That doesn't mean we don't work with GHL. That means we work with GHL even better. Our HubSpot connection is probably going to be coming in July, probably mid-July. And the webhook integration to allow you to tie into any other platform that supports API connections, also in July.
Can we connect a single super user Closebot account to multiple GHL accounts, or all have to be onboarded under our GHL instance?
They can be other agencies. I could make agents for my GHL sub accounts and maybe a local business's HubSpot account and a different business's agency account. It doesn't matter. You just connect them all as sources. You control all of them. We really see Closebot as being the new top of funnel, the new foundation for your business. It doesn't matter what systems the company's in that you want to build agents for. Closebot's the one to do it.
So we have 23 minutes. There is a request here to go one more time to show actual bot objectives are built. So maybe you run through that.
Real quick, and then we can give a tour.
I'd give an encouragement to do the exact things for office hours. We didn't get to everybody.
Okay. Yeah, we'll run through this a little bit because we just touched on it quick. So we had a question to like go into the builder a little bit more, specifically objectives. I just showed simple stuff right here, but we have so many things to make this incredibly easy to do really crazy stuff. For example, if I wanted to get, name and email here, and then maybe I want to branch and qualify a lead differently based on excitement level. I'm going to use the power of AI to make this decision. So I could look at fields. Maybe I wanted to look at their email, for example, and see if their email contains Gmail to see if it's like a personal email address and route to different objectives based on the value of that field, or allow AI to do stuff like this person seems super excited to be here. Like maybe if they seem super excited to be in this chat right now, we want to route to this statement where we use AI to say something like, encourage them. No, and if they weren't too excited, route a different way. Like we give you the power to branch based on objectives, based on things it's detecting in the conversation. And those of you who are familiar with custom scenarios, drag and drop a custom scenario to the screen. Maybe you want to do a booking if you detect they just want to book a call. You know, if they just want to book a call, have them skip the nonsense and jump over to this GHL booking. You know, I don't have a calendar set up on this, but I could select it from the drop down. And if I detected that they just want to book a call, jump straight down to here. A lot of good questions, guys. I do want to reiterate, this is a lot. This is a lot. We're really excited about it. Help docs, 53 help docs written by me. Please use them. And then office hours. Again, find it in the footer, find the office hours in the footer of our website. So if you go to closebot.com, go to the footer, office hours. Use that 10 hours of our time dedicated toward helping you. I'm going to see if I can set this up on my phone now, and I want to give you guys a tour. One second. Hey, Jesse, can I use your computer? Yeah. I need the Zoom app on my phone. I don't have it. Okay. In the chat, can you see me on Jesse's screen? See if I can highlight this.
Make yours so that your camera's off on yours. Yeah, turn your video and off there.
I unmuted myself. Cool. Good time. Yeah, we are going to have that raffle here soon. So stay online even through this stuff. I don't know if you guys know, but we're based out of Everett, Washington, and we work out of a workspace, community workspace. Started here was just me. I sat at a community table and slowly worked up to the point where we needed one office just to do more calls. It's awkward to do a call in like a group setting, public setting, you know. So got an office. Max joined me. He was in the office with me. Caroline joined, got another office. Now we have 3 office rooms in this community workspace that we work out of. So I can't hear Jesse. He's trying to test his thing still. Maybe it's worth me just downloading the Zoom app. I'm on Wi-Fi. It'll be fast. Woke up at 3 a.m. Bali time to join. What? Okay. Here we go. Let's see if this works on Zoom. Okay.
Not a host either.
There we go. You guys can hear me at least here. How about Jesse? Can you share? Can you guys see Jesse's screen? Maybe Jesse, you go show him around. Just go show him. And then
I'm backstage. I don't know how to get front stage.
Move to webinar.
Oh, you got the control. You can do it with your phone then. Turn your phone on and you guys got to move to the
It
webinar.
wouldn't work.
Oh,
There we go. Okay. Wow.
there we go. Now you can do it.
Well, he can't, I can't talk through that. So you go show him around and I'll narrate. So that's where Max works. He's 2.5 feet away from me at all times. This is where I work. And then I have a little corner over there that I can shoot content in. That piece of artwork was done by one of our buddies at the gym. Yeah, pretty sick. Can't see anything. Can't see. Why can't you see anything? They see me. Hold on. This is ridiculous. Show non-video participants. Spotlight for everyone. Maybe that. Yeah. All right. So yeah, this is where I work, and then show Max. Hi guys. Max and I can touch each other at any time. Just give each other high fives all the time. Yeah, we're in the upstairs. That's the artwork done by one of our friends at the gym. It's okay. Just show him stuff. Yeah, this is the upstairs. Oh, show him art. There's art. He usually works. Hey, Jesse, you should unmute so you can hear what I'm saying. You have no audio? So Art usually works from his office at home. He's here local in Washington, but he came into the office to celebrate with us today. Yeah, we got that deck that I never really go out on. It's because we live in Washington and it's cloudy 9 months out of the year. Yeah, this is the upstairs. And then on the main floor, that's where the other two offices are. Oh yeah, beer on tap. We don't drink here though. Do you ever?
I had champagne today.
Yeah.
That's the first time I've drank here, though.
It's a cool place. I don't, and yeah, there's sports jerseys. I don't know they're famous people.
Oh, yeah. Bryce isn't from Seattle, so he doesn't know Sean Kemp.
Yeah, the whole building's celebrating with us. That's Julia. Wave at Julia. That's Caroline's daughter. And Julia did all those balloons for us. We got a cake today. Catered food. Big, yeah, we're celebrating. There's Caroline. They can't hear you. This is improv. Laura, wife, COO, bundle of awesome. Yeah, we got the closed bot decor.
Show him the desks where we started.
Oh yeah, the desk where we started.
That's where we
Yeah,
started.
that's where Max and I started. We just sat there. Sweet. Come back up. How do we get cake? If you win the AirPods Max, and you really want cake, I will include cake in the package. It's optional. Okay. There, did you mute me? Sweet. Seamless. Look at that transition back over to me. Okay. So Jesse needs a little bit of time. He's going to randomly select from our attendees here who wins the AirPods Max. No one ditch out yet. Yeah, a little bit of backstory for those of you who haven't been here since the very beginning. Not many people since the very beginning. You guys are all still early to the party, but there was party before most of you arrived. Max and I were at a different workspace where I was mentoring him weekly. He worked at Costco and we would get together and I would mentor him in Python development. And I was building CloseBot, and Jesse worked at the old workspace too, at his company, Blackline, and things started to grow a little bit. I moved to this workspace, and then it got to the point pretty quickly where I couldn't do it all myself. So I called Laura in to help me part-time doing operation stuff, so like actually running the business. And then like I got overwhelmed with support and code stuff. So I was like, hey, Max, maybe you could start here part-time and work at Costco part-time and here part-time. And pretty much right when he came on part-time, it was like, never mind, we need full-time now. So that was, it was November of 23.
December 23.
December
Yeah,
23.
November, December 23.
Yeah. So came over, he was full time, and that was scary. It's like, it's not like we are these special, highly qualified people. Like you guys are all building your own business, so you can probably resonate with this. It kind of just happens, but just the nerves with bringing Max on, and then at the same time was Caroline. Caroline came on as my assistant. I didn't know what I needed help with, but I knew I was stressed, so I was just going to try to hire my way out of the problem. So Caroline came on just as my assistant who was just going to do stuff, and she did. She did a lot of stuff. And then Laura, pretty quickly after that, so probably February, saw that we needed full-time help. She started just like a couple days a week and she was doing real estate stuff. She was an agent. And then she's like, yeah, you guys, you guys need help. So she came over full-time. And now we are, it has just happened like that over the past 3 years. We are now at almost 30 people if you count the on and offshore help we have, and just we keep growing. Jesse's ready? Ready to announce the winner? You have a winner? Stop it. Stop. Really?
Yeah.
Joey Brown. Joey's the winner. Yep. Let's go, Joey. Oh, we have 50 more winners for what? What form? Oh, okay. We have 50 more winners for swag, free swag. There's going to be a link that's dropped in the chat in a couple seconds. 2, 1, go. First 50 people to fill out that form get a swag link sent to them for free swag. Congratulations, Joey. Congratulations to the 50. The link is above your. Oh, he just dropped it to the host and panelists. Psych. There it is.
Oh, we're such rookies.
I love it. Okay, yeah. We're just chilling. There are a lot of you on this call. Not all of you will get that swag. All chats immediately stop. Yeah, everyone's gone. They don't have post offices. Oh, sweet. While you guys are doing that, just a final thank you to everyone. It has been a wild ride. Uh, if you haven't been here for the whole party, even just the part you've seen, I'm sure has been wild because even just the past couple months has been absolutely crazy. We have done, anyone who's seen Silicon Valley post in the chat, it feels like we are living out our own version of Silicon Valley. Like all the politics behind it with like businesses competing and then buying businesses and raising funding and making mistakes all along the way that you had no idea about, but in the end, it all just works out when you keep pushing. Like the fact that I started this business and it's called CloseBot just because that's the first domain name I could find that was not super expensive on the .ai. And then realizing that we didn't own the .com when it started to get big, and I was like, oh shoot, are we gonna have to change our name because someone else owns the .com? And then we reached out to buy it from them, and they were like, oh no, we're actually gonna build a chat solution using this domain. And we're like, what? But then they just decided not to do that and then they sold it to us. Like all kinds of crazy stuff happening all the time. And none of it would be worth it without all of you guys on the other end constantly cheering us on, providing your feedback, sharing how much you love it. So thank you. This is just as much thanks and due to you guys and your hard work and the hard work of our team and family here, both in the office and overseas. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Stay tuned because a lot is going to be happening over the next year. You guys are really just seeing the beginning. So thanks again. And I will see you soon. I'll see you in our office hours.